Welcome back, everyone. Happy Saturday to you. Hope everyone is doing well today. Wanted to come back here and present another video. Um, got the mail this morning and had picked up a couple of TTMs, and also just wanted to show off a couple of in-person graphs that were a purchase, as well as a certified card that also was a purchase today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started up. To start out here, we've got a pair of TTMs for today that came in, one out of Providence, Rhode Island, and one out of Cincinnati, Ohio. You will notice a little bit different setup today. I'm actually using the floor today. I'm still just tinkering around with different setups and kind of seeing what works best. I doubt I'm going to keep using the carpet, but just for today, just to try and do a little something different, just kind of see the different angles that I can record from until I really kind of get a set place here, because we recently moved, so things are very much not set up. So until I can kind of get things the way they want to be, and the way they want to be, the way I want them to be, I'm just kind of making do and trying out different ideas. So yeah, the carpet is not going to be an ongoing thing. That's just for today, just to see how it looks. So anyway, on to what you really want to see, and that's the returns. So I'm going to go ahead and open up Cincinnati first. Got a little tear in the envelope there, as you'll see, but doesn't look like it affected anything. I know that this would have been a return that would have been sent out anywhere from mid-November on. Looks like there are multiple cards that are in here, and it looks like this is going to be a Fleer card. All right, so got a nice return back from TTM legend Walt Terrell. Walt is always a fantastic signer, and in this case right here, did a nice 5 of 5 here. You'll recognize some of the sets here from stuff that we're working on, or not really working on, but sets that we like. The 89 Fleer, the 89 Score, 91 Upper Deck. I was actually able to find an 86 Donruss, and I always really liked that set. And then, of course, the 92 Score. So a nice 5 of 5 return from Walt, and this was out less than 2 weeks with this. But he's always a really, really quick signer. And just trying to take a look here and see. All right. Just wanted to make sure, as far as the visuals, as far as making sure as to where the cutoffs are on things, so you guys can see what I see, or see the returns, because I can't truly see while I'm recording. Anyway, but that's more the technical side of things. So next up, we've got a return here out of Providence, Rhode Island. I don't know what this one is here. I was looking at my list of TTMs, and I couldn't find anything that was out of Rhode Island, so this one is going to be a total surprise to see what this is. All right, so another baseball return, and this one here is Greg Gagne. So Greg was a member of the Twins in the late 80s, early 90s, so he was on their World Series team. And again, sets you'll recognize: the 91 Score, 88 Fleer, 92 Score, 90 Score. So a nice 404 return back, and signed in beautiful blue Sharpie there. So good stuff today. So baseball certainly has been the flavor of the week, literally, with the amount of baseball returns that we've been getting back. So for our TTMs today, we got a 404 return from Greg Gagne, and then a 5 out of 5 return from Walt Terrell. I don't know what the pronunciation is for sure. And I think I said that, like, I TTM'd him once before, maybe on one of the really early videos, and I think I said the same thing, that I wasn't sure. Anyway, one of these days I'll kind of figure out what it is for sure. So 9 new TTM graphs that came in today, 2 returns, so a nice 2 of 2. So good stuff for today. All right, so now let's move on to some of our other goodies today. So took a trip out to the local flea market and had picked up a couple of cards here, but one that really kind of stood out here was Jared Kalanick. I think the Mets are going to really hate that they made this trade unless Edwin Diaz comes back and really kind of shines. I think they're going to really regret this trade. I don't like the fact that he's in the Seattle uniform, but it is what it is. So this is a Bowman Platinum card here. And I'd been wanting to keep my eyes open for cheap autographs of him, and I picked this up for less than $10. So considering that, you know, you can for less than the price of 3 packs of cards if you were to buy it at the store, I pulled this out, and this is a really good deal. I'm gonna hold on to this one here. I've actually met him before. For those of you that have done any in-person autographing, you know, people certainly have their opinions as far as nice guys, jerks, people that are just kind of very eccentric, and, you know, everybody has opinions. With Jared, when I got a chance to meet him, it was right after he got drafted by the Mets, and a few people that had been, that had seen him before I had a chance to when he was playing for Kingsport, all the reports were bad about how just he didn't want to sign, he had an attitude, and just kind of all negative, negative, negative. Well, when I went to go see him play, I went out early in the day, and I got him during batting practice before the stadium opened, and he was nice as can be. Now, granted, I was wearing some Mets gear there, and, you know, was very very mindful of him needing to get ready for the game. So he was very cool with me. Signed some cards for me, took a picture, was great. And then before the game started, came back over, signed a couple more cards for me, and just had a really good experience with him. So, you know, for me, that was my real one interaction with him, a couple times over the course of the day. But he was totally cool with me, and you know, I don't have any problems with the guy. I know other people talk about, you know, an attitude, or, you know, just kind of very standoffish, but for me, he was cool, and that's all that matters. So I'm a fan. I like the card. I like him. I would have liked him more if he was still with the Mets, but so be it. All right, so up next, card show last weekend. Actually, I picked up a stack of signed cards, all baseball. There's a mix in here of IP stuff and then certified cards. So just wanted to kind of show a little bit of what I got here. And these are all certified cards. But still, considering that I got these for like less than a quarter a piece, I'll definitely take it. So, you know, got these here. And I realized that the ability to kind of see on the 2 rows is not that great. Let me check and see. I'm going to see if I can tweak this just a little bit. Just going to see if I can zoom this out just a hair. And yeah, so that'll help. Let me see if I can get this to work. All right, yeah, so that'll work. All right, so got these here, certified cards. No big names in here. I mean, there's a Brian Hunter. There's also a Juan Pierre. The only bad thing is with that Pierre, that's a pretty faded autograph on there, but still. And then a couple of just draft autographs here. But I like picking this stuff up when I can for, you know, pennies, literally. And sometimes you might find some diamonds in the rough here. There's actually also, and I don't know where it is, but Jorge Toca, who was a Mets prospect. There was one of those in here, a certified card, like out of one of these Triad type products, or I think it was a Just product. But again, you know, so that was an autograph I didn't have, so good to add in. There it is, actually. So there's that Toca. So yeah, Royal Rookies. And what's wild with this card is his autograph is actually in there, but it's like in the worst possible dark area, and then right underneath it, it has the numbering for it. So this is number 1815 out of 2500 signed. I had to double check and see, was it actually signed, and it is. So this is one I did not have yet, so I'll add that to the personal collection. All right, so now these are just some oddballs that were in a box, and again, for the price that they were, I went ahead and just picked them all up, because you can't really go wrong with paying, again, like literally pennies on the dollar for some of this stuff. So no real big names with any of these. There's a couple of decent ones that are in here, and I'll kind of point out what my thoughts were. And we can't see the last card really well, so I'm just going to kind of put that right there. It's a Eric Karros. So for basically about $1 total, I picked up all of these here. And Eric Karros, he was a mainstay of the Dodgers back in the 90s. Sean Green, longtime player in the 90s and 2000s. Jeff Treadway, at the time Cincinnati Red, but then went on to become an Atlanta Brave. Bob Patterson. So I can't say I really remember Bob Patterson, but this is a Bible card that he has done, and it's a legit sign. It's actually signed in a black ballpoint pen, so kind of cool with that. Mike Jeffcoat, Rick Dempsey here, and then Kevin Gross, Dave Fleming. And this is the one right here that was interesting, is the Bobby Ojeda. So I don't have a Bobby Ojeda autograph, and he was with the Mets in the latter portion of the 80s. So I saw this. I didn't even realize I was just grabbing anything that had ink on it. And last night I was kind of prepping these cards together here, and I saw the Ojeda, and I was like, oh, okay. I wonder what his stuff goes for. Because I don't see any cards of him ever, certified cards or anything like that. I know that there's some out there, though. So I took a look, and it seems like his cards sell for, 15, 20 bucks a pop. So I'm guessing he's not an easy autograph to get. I know he doesn't do TTM. For a while, he was doing like New York studio work for New York Sports. But I haven't seen what he's been doing since then. Of course, he is a guy I need in some of my con sets. But the only thing I worry about is with some of this stuff. Sometimes if guys are faking autographs, not players like having a ghost signer, but I have seen in the area here there are actually some fake autographs that are going around and have been for years, that are all coming from one person. And it's one of those things that at a flea market you run up on them, and you kind of know exactly what they look like when you see them, because they're all the same style of signature with it. It's not even like trying to be a copy necessarily of the actual players. It's not like there's a hard attempt to do it. So I looked online and looked at copies of Bob Ojeda's autograph just on eBay, some in-person stuff, and it's kind of all over the board. There are certainly some tendencies that I see, but I'm just not convinced whether or not this one's real or not. If I was going to have to say one way or the other, my thought is maybe that it's fake. But I don't know. So, anyone that's watching the video, if you have a comment about this, your thought about if you think the Ojeda is real or fake, I'd be very encouraged I would encourage you to very much to give me your thoughts on it. And I'm going to pull it in a bit closer just so everybody can kind of get a good look at it. The rest of them I think are good. This is the only one that I really have concerns about, and this is the one that I would care the most about whether or not it was legit or not, because until I can get them on a Mets card, this will work well in the collection. So, if anybody can give any feedback on that, it would be appreciated. Just leave a comment, and I will reply back. So that's our video for today. So we got a little bit of everything here. We got our TTMs. We've got our purchases here. We added in a new Mets card to the collection via purchase. And then we've got the mix of the certified autographs and then the IP autographs that were purchased. Like I said, really cheap. So even if that Ojeda is fake, so be it. I'm not really... I'm out... I can't even buy a pack of gum with what I paid for it. They'll put it to you that way. So there's our returns for today and our goodies for today. So I'm going to put a bow on this video and wrap it up. So I want to thank everyone, as always, for spending some time today. Hope you enjoyed the video here. Certainly, any comments or feedback are welcomed and appreciated. So hopefully, our next video will be... hopefully Monday. Mondays have been very good to us. Beginnings of the week have been very good to us. So fingers crossed, we'll get a lot of cool stuff that's going to be coming in this upcoming week. And I'll be able to share it with everyone. So until then, I want everybody to make sure they're staying safe out there. Make sure you have fun with whatever you do. And hope your mailboxes stay full of ink. So until next time, everyone, see ya.